to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I made some Chinese fried rice and it was super easy to make. So here it is. Okay, it's still like steaming. I literally just fried it up. So I used a bit of oil, some rice that I cooked last night, and then you keep it in the fridge so it's easier to fry like the next day. So I had that leftover rice, and I put some barbecued pork that I bought at the store, some frozen vegetables just to add a little bit of like extra flavor, and some scallions on top, so green onions. And I cracked 2 eggs into my fried rice. I made a lot. This is only like a portion of it, plus a little bit of soy sauce just for a little bit of extra salty flavor. So I like making fried rice at home just because like when I eat it out it's like too oily for me and greasy, so this is like a much better option. So I'm gonna dig right in. Look at that. That looks so good. Okay. The trick is to use high enough heat on the stove and a big enough like pan or wok to fry the rice in, so that you can really like mix it around so that the rice doesn't like clump up. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I decided today I'll probably tell a little bit of a story while I'm doing my mukbang. As per request. So I was sitting there and thinking like, what story should I tell this time? And I feel like people usually like to know kind of really interesting stories, like crazy stories, like, you know, someone was stalking me, or like this happened with my boyfriend, that. So today I feel like I'm gonna share with you how I met my boyfriend, which some of you may already know. It was through an online app. So the app is called Coffee Meets Bagel, so CMB, and I met him about probably like a year and 4 months ago. And we dated shortly after that. So let me just tell you, like, I don't really remember this app too clearly because it's been a while since I've used it, but from what I remember, like every day you get like maybe like 5 picks as a girl, for the guys that swiped right or like liked you, and then out of those people you get to choose whether or not you want to match with them. So it's a little bit different from like Tinder, where you're like constantly swiping and you don't even like read people's profile. For Coffee Meets Bagel, it's a bit more of like for young professionals, like people who kind of have a hard time meeting other people, like they're not in school or something like that. Oh my god, the barbecue pork is so good. Like, oh my god, can you even see that? It looks pretty disgusting, but it has like the best flavor. Yeah, so I think I was kind of discouraged for a while just because like I wasn't finding anyone of interest. I was reading everyone's profile, and for me, I don't personally like when like guys use pickup lines or they're trying to be like extra witty or something like that in their profile. So, you know, this guy seemed pretty normal. We had some mutual friends. Oh, you also link it to your Facebook so you can see like if you have mutual friends or if this is like a complete stranger. So almost dying. Okay, so I was like a little skeptical, but then eventually I matched with this guy, and I didn't have high hopes or anything like that. But yeah, we got to chatting, and like honestly, we talked about everything. We just like clicked so well. I've never clicked so well with somebody before, and it wasn't just like flirting or something like that. It was like I felt like I could talk to him about anything. Like, oh, like I just knew him my whole life. Like, that's so weird, right? And this guy is a complete stranger. So he asked for my number, you know, the usual. So we stopped talking on the app and moved over to WhatsApp. So we're texting back and forth, and it was really fun. And I was like, oh, so I'm like really nervous to meet this guy, because what if he's like really weird in person? What if he's only good at talking through like online messaging and all that sort of stuff? So we made like we agreed to meet up in person, initially over like a coffee date, bubble tea date sort of thing. So something quick, light, easy for you to escape if this guy sucks. So that's what we did. And then last minute he was like, oh, so I'm actually like busy during this time, so do you want to do dinner instead? And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's fine. Like, you know, what can possibly go wrong, right? So yeah, we just like went to dinner. And like my biggest thing that I was worrying about was if he had a weird voice. I don't know about like anyone else, but people who like meet other people online, I feel like even if you click really well, or like the person is like your soulmate, if you can't stand their voice, oh my god, like it's just gonna end right then and there. Like that's just not gonna happen. Thank God he sounds normal. So yeah, I was like super excited to meet him. And you know how like first impressions are everything, and like initially when you meet him, you can't take everything he says or his appearance or everything about him like completely to heart, just because like they're on their best behavior, right? So as you get to know someone more, you kind of like they kind of become more themselves, and like they become more comfortable. So I was like, okay, like this guy better be on his best behavior. And like, and he was super polite. The only thing was he was late. He was late meeting up with me on our first date, on our first meet up. I guess you can't call it a date, but I forgave him. So yeah, the date got pretty much extended because we had dinner at this Shanghai restaurant, so it's like Chinese food. I was like, for me, I like to share my food even with strangers. I don't know, like I guess that's kind of weird, but he thought it was weird because I was like, oh, like let's share dishes so that we can have more variety. And he's like, oh, but he did anyway. He told me afterwards that he's like, oh wow, like I can't believe you wanted to share food with a stranger. Like I'm like, oh, you know, I like you, so it's okay. So yeah, we shared our meal, had a lot of good food. It was great. Lots of good conversation. We talked about like mutual friends that we had. And then it was supposed to end right there, right? But you know, knowing me, I was like, no, I'm like having such a good time. I need to extend this date. I need to like be with this guy for as long as possible in case like he never wants to see me again. Which was not the case. But yeah. We went to get some dessert afterwards. So I didn't really get dessert. I just got like a drink. I got like some tea, and he got like hot chocolate, and we just chatted some more. And then it was approaching like really late, so I went home after that. But I was like I knew this guy was gonna be my boyfriend. I was hoping he would ask me at some point, which he did pretty soon after, like 2 weeks. But we just got along so well. Like, I don't know, do you guys ever feel like that with your significant other, or like when you meet someone, you're just like, where have you been all my life? Like, I need you right here, right now, all the time. So yeah, that is my story of how I met my boyfriend. And yeah, and we're still dating and going strong. Our relationship is great. We have our ups and downs, but you know, every relationship has that, and it helps you grow as a couple. So today we're actually celebrating our 14 months. So we are cheesy like that. We celebrate our month anniversaries. We don't do anything like big and like, you know, get each other gifts for every month because that's a little overboard. I'm not that crazy. But we're just gonna grab some dinner, have some wine, you know, just chill, be at home. I'm such a homebody, so like I don't like going out to bars or anything, but I do like to have an occasional glass of wine every now and then. And we usually just like watch some Netflix. So that's how our relationship's like, and that's the dynamic of our relationship, and we're super happy with that. So yeah, if you guys want more boyfriend stories of like our relationship, make sure you comment down below so that I know and I can share with you guys. And I hope you enjoyed today's fried rice mukbang, and if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below as well, and give this video a thumbs up if you want more mukbangs. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!